Well, you could call it the Super Book of Superheroes. Joining us this morning from Los Angeles to talk about it is editor Gina Misiroglu. Did I get that right?
Good morning,
All
yes.
right, I'm in good shape already then. Let's talk about this book, everything you ever wanted to know about superheroes and supervillains.
Yes, that's it. We put together a book that is everything hero. We're living in the new golden age of heroes today. Everybody needs a hero. And I kind of wanted to try out what it would be like to put all the heroes in one place for readers. People who remember heroes that they loved as a kid, maybe who have reconnected with heroes in new ways today as an adult. A one-stop shopping place for everything hero.
You know, that's just it. I did as a kid. I really haven't followed that much lately, but when I got this book yesterday, it was easy to go through. It's all in alphabetical order. Anybody that you've ever thought of or thought you remembered is in here. It's great.
That's right.
Yeah, let's go through. We have a few of them just so people know what's in here. The Avenger. Let's talk about the Avenger a little bit.
Avengers are a great superhero team. You know, there are a lot of superhero teams, of course. Probably the most famous is the X-Men. You've also got, you know, the Justice League. The Teen Titans today are enjoying a resurgence because they're on Cartoon Network. So there's a lot of great superhero teams. The Avengers are certainly one of the classics. And what's neat about the teams is you really get a chance to see the heroes, you know, interacting together and joining forces against the evil guys and really using their powers in conjunction with one another, which is really interesting.
And I also enjoyed the history behind it, the different eras of super comics and superheroes. This most recent one, really, the world has become a darker place, so now we have the anti-hero evolving.
Absolutely. Yeah, Frank Miller recreated Daredevil in the late 70s, and when he did that, he introduced a wave of grim and gritty storytelling to the comics, and there's a real realism in our heroes today. The anti-hero sits on the fence between good and evil. He's got revenge and, you know, on his heart and on his mind. You've got like the Punisher and Hellboy. These are the kind of
the recent movie
anti-heroes.
Hellboy. Sure. How about, we've got other pictures. How about Ghost Rider?
Yeah, Ghost Rider's a really cool hero too, not a very well-known hero. So one of the good things about the books is that you're looking at heroes that maybe you don't know about. Heroes like Ant-Man and Wasp-Man and Bullet Girl. I mean, who was one of the first female sidekicks. She assisted Bullet Man and really ushered in Wonder Woman back in the 40s. So there's a lot of names that you haven't heard of, and hopefully readers will rediscover those older heroes.
Speaking of not well-known, we had to chuckle this morning. Fat Man, the human flying saucer?
Well, he's a parody hero. You'll find a lot of heroes that have been parodied, and there's a whole school of camp and comedy heroes that have been done in a lot of the films of the 60s and 70s, and a lot of the underground comics had, you know, heroes like Fat Man where they parodied superheroes and came up with sort of their own, you know, camp version of a superhero.
All right, one more question, and slap me and call me a sexist if you will, but talking to a woman about this kind of stuff, isn't it the majority of men and boys that start doing, or has it become a unisexual thing?
Well, more and more women are reading the comics now, but you know, it is a male-dominated field for sure. There are a lot of women creators too now. Certainly Wonder Woman is the most iconic superheroine. You know, she's got her bullet-deflecting bracelets and her, you know, her invisible plane and her magic lasso. So she's a really cool superheroine who has endured. But for the most part, our heroes are male. And for the most part, the creators are male, but that's starting to change now.
All right, Gina, thank you so much for your time. It is a great book. I really enjoyed looking through it last night. All right, and that would be unisex. We'll be right back. Stay with us.